So hello and welcome everyone. My name is Crispet Cowie and I am the program manager at ACBN. And we are doing this Cleantech program in partnership with Sheridan College and the Edge program there. So I'm super excited to be here with you all this evening. And I anticipate some folks may be coming into the room due to the room change or the error with Zoom in that way. But I'm really happy to have you all here with me this evening. And if you have any questions as we are going through the overview info session, really the objective is to give you as much information as possible about the program. The room is small enough to kind of get a gauge of where people are on their entrepreneurial journey, specifically in the clean tech space or looking to transition into that space. But we're really excited about the program. This will be the second cohort for the program. We had 15 enrollees in the first one, and we're looking for another cohort of 15 people to participate as well. So I will share my screen, 1 second. But in the meantime, while I'm pulling up the deck, I'm curious to know if any of you all are, like, what industry are you in or considering to get into? Audrey, you're first on my screen. Do you want to start? Oh, feel free to put it into the chat as well. Hey, not a problem, Audrey. I was just getting in there. Ryan, I see you're unmuted.
Yeah, I'm driving at the moment, and I'm in the film industry, and we've got a robust clean tech approach as a sustainability program that we're working on. In fact, a TV show that I just recently worked on had sent out a survey to all of its employees, asking about the sustainability approach to working on set and what was their exercise.
Okay, that's that. I mean, and the truth is, and it's great to hear that, Ryan. I mean,
So
no
what
industry is
no,
limited, right?
what I was going to say is that they were able to divert about 15,000 tons of garbage by sorting each and every bag of garbage, so that they are able to sort things in organic, sort things in recyclables, and sort things that will go into the dump. And so that was one of
And
those things. Yeah.
hey, and I think again, I was just gonna contribute, like, no industry is outside of the scope of participating or engaging in clean tech. And I'm hoping as we go through this program or just this info session, just so if you're considering getting in, this is really good for you. If you're already in and looking to strengthen, you can definitely do that as well. Raquel, you can go next. I see your hand raised.
Hello. So I'm in the cannabis industry, and I feel like when it comes to packaging and things like that in this industry, there could be a more sustainable approach. It is something that only really has a little bit of focus from like one startup that I've seen where they've kind of implemented putting some recycling bins that are specifically for cannabis packaging into dispensaries. So that's great. But I also do think that like when you look at places like Thailand, for example, with like their hemp farms and things that they have to actually create like hempcrete or hemp-based products, I think that that is something that, could be really beneficial to the planet and the industry as a whole. So, you know, doing a program like this, I think would be a really good opportunity for me to take my experience here in the industry. I've been in this industry for about 5 years now, but I also do events and yeah, I'm a musician. I help with a collective of artists that's a BIPOC focused collective in Toronto called the Bloomers Collective. And yeah, I just think there's a lot of overlap. I also do want to build like a music software. I've gotten into a little bit of light AI coding recently and learning a little bit of Python and things like this. So yeah, but my interest is just connecting, more clean tech, sustainable approaches to this industry. So the hempcrete is also something that's very interesting for like long-term sustainable building of like homes because it's like it's kind of like concrete, but it's partially made out of hemp. And it also allows the air inside the home to be filtered through the CO2 that's being pulled from the substance. So I thought that was really cool. I have a friend who's living in a community in Thailand on a farm with somebody who's actually producing this substance. So yeah.
Hey, thanks so much for sharing. And when you talk about the hemp blocks and stuff like that, one of our local entrepreneur from Brampton, Ryan, does Akeem still do the hemp blocks?
He's gone more into pharmaceutical hemp extraction. So
Okay.
they found, I think he called them clavelins, that they're able to extract out of hemp now and turn it into painkillers. So
Hey,
I don't think
awesome.
he does the the concrete blocks anymore.
Okay, okay, yeah. But I remember lifting one of those and it was like as heavy, if not heavier. I knew the durability, so there's definitely lots of opportunity there. Um, Esther, how about yourself? What are you working on? Where are you considering clean tech? What are your ambitions or current projects?
Hello. Just starting, like considering starting a business in medical device procurement. So I'm just at the stage of doing like business plan and doing market research and things like that. For clean tech, I don't know because when I register with with your organization, I received the invitation. So I don't really know what the clean tech is, what is you are doing with that, and I don't know anything about it. So I came
Hey,
to learn and to understand and see how this can help me in my business.
hey, awesome. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Crystal.
Hello. Hi. My name is Crystal. I'm in the what's you can say in general in whole food industry, but to get it down to catering service, farmers markets, that type of thing. I'm in the vegan baked goods, or vegan food, treats, that type of thing. And I don't know what clean tech is, but for me, most of my clients in the veganism or vegetarian world are about environmental friendly packaging. Like, their food was made in a way that's good for the environment, and so forth, good for the animals and thing. So I know it's for me, I have to think outside the box with the food I provide to people, because that's what people are essentially looking to support, looking to know that you in turn are clean for the environment and so forth. Don't know what clean tech is. I was invited to this. And so I'm just telling you what I do and how I thought it would fit in. But as I learn more about clean tech, I'll see if it's a good fit.
Hey, thanks so much for participating. And so clean tech is a very broad industry, if I could say it like that. However, there's some specific nuances, right? When we talk about clean environmental, we're thinking about how you're contributing either to the environment in an intentional way. I think some of our businesses by proxy, you're talking about we bake vegan goods, and now we're looking at the rest of our supply chain. So the way things are packaged, all of those can have its threshold and impacts in the clean tech space. So I'm hoping that when we go through this info session, you'll get some insights. The truth is that what I'm hearing is some businesses may be directly involved in clean tech in that way, but some businesses may have an opportunity to add on clean tech as an opportunity or as part of their business model. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. And Ryan Knight, if you want to just introduce yourself to everyone, and then I can start, and then we go from there.
Yeah, really good to have those on with us. My name is Ryan Knight, one of the co-founders of the Afro-Caribbean Business Network. So happy to be partnered with Sheridan College and their EDGE division, the Entrepreneurship Discovery and Growth Engine, as we do the second cohort for the Black founders in clean tech. I know there's a section when I get introduced in the slides, so I'll do the full intro then, but glad to have you with us.
Hey, awesome. Thank you so much, Ryan. And so we're excited, as part of the intro, just letting folks know you are in the right room. So this is where we're talking about getting more Black founders in the clean tech space. What we have seen, and Ryan could probably speak to some of the research, the clean tech space, millions, billions of dollars is going through this industry, and very small, less than 0.1% of our people representation exists in that space, right? So part of the mission of this learning and partnership with Sheridan College is, one, to equip our entrepreneurs with the knowledge so that you can get a foothold, that you can participate in this industry. So it is a 10-week certificate program through Sheridan College, hybrid, in person as well as online. I believe 2 of your sessions are in person, and it is at the Brampton campus. So that is what's the name of Davis campus in Brampton.
Yes.
And the online sessions are online. If you are out of province, there are some accommodations made for you for those in-person sessions. However, when you enroll, you let us know what is happening, and we're here to serve. So I will go to the next slide. So just wanting to do a land acknowledgement, and the objective here is really to acknowledge that the lands, I'm currently located in Mississauga. I believe Ryan is in Ajax, and Sheridan and ACBN operates within the GTA, and we do acknowledge that these lands are traditionally owned by the indigenous people, and we value the contributions that they have stewarded this land before we were here, the work that is continuing to happen on these lands, and what will happen in the future. And we look forward, I think ACBN, Sheridan, even Empowered Facts, one of the companies that I run, we work with entrepreneurs from the indigenous community. So we're happy to be not only in hopes and dreams, but the actual work that we do is looking at entrepreneurship on a broader scale through different partnerships. So the ask is, if you're here, put the name that you registered with, turn on your camera, raise your hands, and be respectful of the space. If you want to put on, Ryan smiled because you don't have to turn on your camera, but it's always nice not to talk to just a black screen. But I understand people may be driving or different things. So safety first. We do appreciate you. We want to hear your voice. Don't hesitate to get engaged. So Ryan, what would you add about your profile? To your profile, sorry.
Yeah, just to let you know that I do consider myself a serial social entrepreneur. So I run a company called Detailing Nights that provides mobile waterless car washing and detailing. So that entry into the clean tech space was through the products that we use. So always a fan of making sure that people understand we have to get into this clean tech space. Billions of dollars is earmarked in the federal government budget to support entrepreneurs creating clean tech innovations. So we are underrepresented there. So that's why we're really happy to be partnered with Sheridan and EDGE to get more people aware of the clean tech industry and get you really involved after this. So tapping into government resources and different funding to get you off the ground.
Hey, awesome. And what I would just contribute as well, like Ryan, I do consider myself a serial social entrepreneur, really excited about helping people make a positive difference in their businesses, not only for themselves, but the people that they serve. I run One of the companies that I run actively is Empowered for X, which is a training and consulting firm supporting entrepreneurs on their journey. So the work that I've been able to do with ACBN and Empowered for X in partnership with Sheridan has been really powerful and meaningful, and really impacting many lives. One, I would also add, an area that I specialize in is business strategy as well as marketing. And one of the things that we have been in my own journey, and we talk about this relationship with Sheridan just because I feel like there's so many, but one that I would share, in a previous time, I worked as their program lead of incubation. So again, supporting startup entrepreneurs in that way to help them get a good starting, clear understanding about what's next on their journey. So really happy to be part of this partnership with Sheridan College and being able to support you all as you're looking for support. So I'll pause for a second. Raquel, I see your hand is up. You can go ahead.
Hey there. Sorry, I'm not sure if you said something to me after I did my introduction because I'm just at work, so I'm multitasking right now. Just had to help a customer, but I wanted to just ask also about there's another organization that I know of called Water First that is like a nonprofit that essentially helps bring clean water to the Indigenous reserves in Ontario. There's still a lot of reserves in Ontario that don't have year-round access to clean water. This is something that's been going on for quite a while, and something that I'm pretty passionate about trying to find some solutions for, just contribute to. But I was just wondering if like that would be something that would fall under this kind of education, if like there was things that could go towards that, or yeah.
I would never say no. And it's interesting that you talk about Water First. I actually used to work at Water First in their previous lifestyle where they did work with Indigenous groups as well. So I'm not as familiar in their current mandate, but yeah, for nonprofit organizations that actively building, doing things in that way, I know that nonprofit has different programming and funding that they go after as well. But the objective is, when you think about a business model coming to the table in this way, it's like, what is the solution, right? How do you contribute or continue to contribute in this way? For example, Water First, so other organizations may already have initiatives, so different programs, they may have products they're using. So if now the objective is, okay, we want to turn it into a social enterprise to generate funds to continue to support that impact work, that is a different conversation, right? But the premise of what we're doing with this program is really to point you to entrepreneurship, right? In terms of the vehicle to sustainability for your organization or for the initiative. One of the things that we have seen here at ACBN, when entrepreneurs who start nonprofit organizations have that, okay, we need to find a sustainable path forward, more successful than people that just say, hey, I want to do good for the environment. There's this dependency that, I came out of the nonprofit experience, so I know about, hey, waiting for that next grant, waiting for that next thing. And if there's no funding, the program or the initiative ends. So the objective of what we've put together here, it is an entrepreneurial program where we are talking about a customer and identifying who pays for the impact, the positive impact that you're going to be having on the environment. And so I hope that that helps in terms of kind of understanding the fit of or the ideal candidate for this program. So
yeah, and just quickly to add to that, like Chris Beth was saying, there's two camps. There's one where a business is supporting like a nonprofit that's supporting like clean water initiative, or there's the innovation of clean, pure or water purification treatments. So if that nonprofit wanted to create a social enterprise that would bring in an innovative product that helps with purifying water, that would be a business that then you can learn how to grow. Or if you yourself or you know somebody that could create an innovation or bring in something that exists and then operate in Canada, for sure.
Okay, cool. No, that's awesome, because I do know a couple of businesses that I had in mind for just tools that they have for that like specific thing, and it just kind of made me wonder if there would be some sort of way to like connect them or something, you know. But yeah, no, good to know.
That would be awesome.
No, yeah, thank you, thank you. I do want to lean into the cannabis sustainability aspect since I'm already in this industry, but especially with packaging, you know, packaging is such a big problem right now with recreational cannabis. It's, you know, it creates a lot of waste, right? So I think having a hemp-based solution towards the cannabis packaging that we could pitch as a standardized solution for long term could be something that, you know, could be really beneficial to the planet and the industries, you know. So yeah, but yeah, no, thank you.
Excellent.
Hey, thanks so much. Yeah, so this slide just talks about the partnerships and all of the bodies involved. And this would not be possible, the partnership with Sheridan and Edge and Sheridan College, to bring forth this program without the funding of the federal government. They understand and see the need to really bring this knowledge to our community. And that's the reason why we're here today as well. So, Ryan, do you want to take the slide and then I can pick back up later?
Absolutely. Yeah, the next few, just talking about the certificate itself. So this was the first Canadian Cleantech certificate when we ran it for Cohort 1. I believe it's still the case. So you are being able to tap into higher quality education connected to Sheridan College, definitely one of a kind. And it came about because we were doing research around Black labor market assessment in Southern Ontario, and it showed the type of industries that the Black community is in. And clean tech, biotech, what was the other one? I think construction, very low, like less than 0.5%. But we've seen in the budgets that billion, I think it was $18 billion is being earmarked for clean tech innovations. So we need to align ourselves with government priorities. And of course, this is a world priority, yet still we're not engaged in this industry. So we're able to work with Sheridan College to create this certificate to make sure we can introduce you to clean tech and then support you as you grow these companies. So you're going to get a lot of support, a lot of resources. Oh, did I hit the last one? And yeah, of course, like we want you to be able to use this certificate to grow and have that credibility. So you go to the next slide. And to give you an overview of the actual course, so it is 10 weeks. So there's an element of in-person and online. So it is centered around founders developing ventures in the clean tech sector. So we want to make sure that we introduce you to the sector and then help you develop the actual venture that you're going to grow. And that can now plug into the other supports that Sheridan Edge has and ACBN has and Empowered Forex has. So looking for your innovative solutions that has market potential so that we can help you build that relationship. And I know we kind of touched on who the course is for, but really it touches on those Black entrepreneurs that are already in the clean tech sector to help them get the resources they need to grow, aspiring Black entrepreneurs looking to start a successful business, and like I said, aligning with government priorities and really positioning yourself where the money is. I talk a lot about money is flowing all around us. We need to learn how to position ourselves in front of that flow of money, and clean tech is definitely a place that a lot of investment is happening. So we want to make sure that you are part of that. And also the Black entrepreneurs that could be part of the clean tech sector. Because there's so many verticals in clean tech and it's a broad spectrum, there's a lot of opportunities to be in an industry, within the industry, and also different job opportunities. And understanding being an entrepreneur you know how the business operates so that you can bring that entrepreneurial element to the work that you do. And that's more for the Black professionals looking to grow your network, connect in clean tech, and be a part of or connect with experts in clean tech as well. So as I mentioned, the hybrid format, so how it's going to be delivered, it does start September the 18th, runs until November the 20th. It would be in the evenings on Wednesdays from 6 to 9. So there's 8 skill and community building sessions. So those would be the 3-hour sessions divided into 2 components. And then there's 2 self-directed activation sessions. So those would be kind of separate, do it on your own, almost like self-paced learning. And then the second and the last sessions are in person. So you'd have 8 virtual and then 2 in person. So the second one and the last one would be in person at the Brampton Davis Sheridan College campus. And part of that is group coaching. So you would be, I would say, as a group going through the curriculum. Also, group coaching would be added into it. And then outside of the class, you'd have the ability to network peer-to-peer and also get additional support from the guest speakers that come in. So they'd be coming in to be I'll say a one-class speaker, but ongoing mentorship would be there as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan. So in terms of led by Black innovators, really looking at, as I mentioned, this is, practical learning, if I can say it like that, or practical education. By the end of this time with us, the hope is that if you're already running a business, one of the areas that we see, yes, we do go through all of the business fundamentals. But if you're running something, looking at strengthening that, clarifying that, tapping into new strategic partnerships, if you're looking to just acquire the knowledge, but also take action, you have the ability to do that as well. You're going to be developing the skills to run a business. You're going to be having strategic conversation and strategic planning, looking at, you're coming to these sessions to learn. You're going out into the field to take action, coming back to get some feedback. Hey, here are my wins, here are my challenges, and getting the support to move forward. One of the amazing things, the program is led by Shireen. And Shireen is an award-winning cultural advisor, advocate, artist, scholar. After surviving gun violence, she activated cultural healing and community care. And what I would say, I've met Shireen a couple times, several times, and she is phenomenal. I think really taking not only life skills within the context of social impact, environmental impact, all of these things, to be able to design a program along with other, as Ryan said, guest speakers to come and give and bring value to the learning in that way. So it's not just theory. I think there's a bit of the theory learning, but also real life examples and activations in that way. So I'm really excited to, learn more about what Shireen is doing, but also seeing how her valued experience translates into the classroom with you all. So just to highlight some of the benefits, you all will, and I can't emphasize this so much more, but really the objective is market research. People, we need to understand the market, right? Yes, I was sharing with an entrepreneur recently a bad example, or an example that you may want to interrogate further is, hey, I want to start a newspaper business, right? The newspaper industry is declining, right? It is not a good investment of time. If you have something that is disruptive and innovative in that space, sure, but straight newspaper readership is very low. But in the clean tech industry, as Ryan said, billions of dollars is being pumped in here. Where are you going to find your foothold, right? So the ability to analyze potential markets for the business, to look at ideas, craft a compelling value proposition. And what I would say about the value proposition is, yes, competition exists all around, but what is going to help people identify your unique marketability, right? And that's really important. And this program will definitely help you understand a little bit more. Build an opportunity to build networks with Black founders, funders, and community resources to sustain personal and professional venture development. The objective here is really for you all to grow and flourish. The saying goes, your net worth is as big as your network, right? Yes, net worth is big as your net worth. So I think I got it correct the second time. Or the
Your
first
net
time.
worth is your net, or your network is your net worth.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So worth. Yeah, sorry. Um, yeah, so the third point here is really looking at the approach, right? So yes, we can learn and we know, and for those of you who are entrepreneurs, you know the entrepreneurship journey is sometimes very lonely. There's things that I was talking to an entrepreneur recently. They said, I can't talk to my parents or my friends. They don't understand what I'm going through. But to be in a company of other entrepreneurs like-minded, you're going through similar learnings and growth opportunities like this type of group coaching and space that we've created is a collaborative one, right? Where you can, share it safe, and you have the opportunity to tap into the resources of your peers and the subject matters in the room to help you navigate as well. So some of the learning outcomes, access the entrepreneurialism and clean tech innovation for Black founders. So really a space for you to launch, get started, move forward in that way, explore environmental challenges that present entrepreneurial opportunities in the clean tech space, assess the market potential and feasibility, right? So I think one of the things Ryan said, the clean tech space, also sometimes to get these innovative ideas off the ground, we need capital. We need a lot of capital, right? And so finding, understanding what the market needs, how do we get to our minimal viable product or MVP, and really then being able to launch and grow from there. So where do we go to test? Is this a feasible business? Is it viable? Can it be profitable, right? And then really coming down to craft that compelling value proposition. And the key reason why there's this emphasis on the value proposition, with clarity around your value proposition, you're then able to go out and sell, right? When we create value, we have to find a customer who is willing to see that value and give us value in return, which is the dollars and cents. So really the objective is, if I'm clear about my messaging, I know my target audience, I know the positive impact that I'm having on the environment, I can therefore go and make a compelling case to ask for funding, to ask for a transfer of value in that way. Some additional things to consider. Really, I think overall, the objective is looking at strengthening your overall entrepreneurial acumen, and really looking at it from being able to identify funding. Ryan, how many times a day do you get asked, where's the money, Ryan?
Very true. Yes. Multiple times.
Multiple times.
The phone is ringing right now.
I believe you, man. Listen, the truth is we want startup funding. And the good thing about this program, there's a level of awareness about for this industry in particular, the government does have opportunities, right? But again, it's where you are on that journey. Can I take advantage of those opportunities today? If not, when can I, right? The doors are open in that way. So looking at building networks, and then it comes back to, the group coaching in that way. Ryan, do you want to add anything about additional learning outcomes or benefits in that way that wasn't covered?
Just something that helps with navigating, especially clean tech type of funding that would be going through the government. A lot of times they ask you to be connected to an educational institution. So being part of Sheridan, the Sheridan College, and the EDGE program, now when you're going on your journey and identifying funding that you qualify for, you're able to get that guidance and have the connection with the educational institution. So you're not just out there applying on your own, you actually have some backing with the institution. So programs like this and this type of certification allows you to have that connection, build the relationship with the institution. And as you're going for funding, the path is a lot smoother than I've seen trying to navigate it on your own. So take full advantage of being connected to Sheridan.
Mhm. Yes. So what's in it for you? Really looking at, as Ryan said, when we first went through the first cohort, we were the first in Canada to offer a certificate in the clean tech space, specifically for Black entrepreneurs as well. You are having a legitimate piece of paper to your name to say, I've done this. And I want to say, like, I feel like, as Ryan said, being connected to an institution like Sheridan does give you a competitive advantage in the marketplace, period. I feel like our journey as ACBN have been a richer one because of this partnership that we have, right? And I feel like when once connected, forever connected kind of thing. So definitely because Edge exists, and I think that's also the unique piece. There is a place within Sheridan specifically for entrepreneurs like yourselves, right? So once you're connected, you get to plug into a community of other entrepreneurs. You also get 12 months free ACBN membership. And Ryan, I don't know if you want to share a little bit about the membership at ACBN.
Yeah, just being able to have an accountability partner through ACBN, getting access to our microloan and different events that we do for free, and having somebody to hold you accountable to the goals that you set and the action plan that you create for yourself. We check in with you monthly just to make sure that all that gets done. So being part of ACBN as a paid member, because you get access to our paid membership, that amplifies how engaged we are with your journey. And a lot of times, you know, we want to see you succeed. And if it takes us pestering and making sure your homework gets done, that's what we want to offer so that we see you be successful.
Right, awesome. I see a hand raised. After this slide, I'll come back. If you just take a mental note of your questions and things like that, we will get to you shortly. So 6 months of free co-working space at, at E4X. So Empowered for X is a training and consulting firm that I run in Brampton. We have 3 locations. However, the Brampton location is designed to house entrepreneurs. So let's say you're in the Peel region and you're looking for a place to bring your computer, bring your team, work out of. We will house you for 6 months at no cost. And it's really a space where people can come, meet their clients. There's access to the event rooms and different things like that. And you could take advantage of that. So the next one is access to the Cleantech Venture Capital Network. And the unique thing, as I was mentioning, this program, we are bringing in people who are in the industry as well. So you're going to be, you know, rubbing shoulders with industry experts. So not only they know what is happening in the industry, places to consider for funding, all of these things, but they also know some of the intricacies, you know, additional intricacies or nuances that's happening in that space that could then expose you. And again, being tapped into or being able to connect to different networks will help you on your journey as well, right? Which is really important. As Ryan was talking about funding, and the truth is, and I want to lead with this, funding, grant funding in particular, is never guaranteed, right? And so we don't want to say we're going to point you to the pot of gold and it's guaranteed that you're going to get it, right? Those funders go through due diligence, all of those things. They have their own requirements. But what is important by being plugged into us, you're now in the know, right? And okay, if you now know, how do you strategically position yourself to tap into those things? As we were going around the room and to find out who's here, you know, as I was saying, some of you may have a pure, this, I'm going to be figuring out how to reduce carbon emission. I'm going to figure out how to save water. I'm going to like different things, provide clean water, different things like that. And so some of you may have a stronger case for support for some of the types of funding that we have seen versus some of you who are saying, okay, I'm now wanting to add something to my business. So let's say if you were on mission to revolutionize the entire packaging industry, your claims may be a little stronger in that way. So that's just an example that I wanted to share in terms of funding is available in the clean tech space. It's just, are you the right company or organization to get what the funder is looking for? So, but there are pools there for startups as well as established businesses. So being able to contribute and get connected to stronger network access to establish entrepreneurs in that way. Ryan, I don't know if you want to share anything else before we take the question.
No, nothing specific. I know and then we're going to touch on it, where how to get involved, what's the cost. ACBN also has been working on getting scholarships again. So if the only barrier to you joining us and getting in depth in this industry is the cost to join, we will reach out to you and let you know about the scholarships that we're able to put together. But yeah, I'll let you finish this and then or did you want to do the question? I think Crystal had a question.
Yeah, Crystal, you had your hand up.
Yes, 1 second, please. I'm just reading the chat here.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, I'm just I it's the same around cost.
Yeah, so
the cost of the program, that's something I wanted to know as well.
Okay, so I'll get to the cost in a little bit. So if you hang on 1 second, I'll get there and double check that. I will actually show you the process as well, right? So thanks, Crystal, and I believe it was Audrey as well. Inquiring about the cost for the program. So here are some of the entrepreneurship opportunities as these, again, spaces where you can show up as a clean tech entrepreneur. And what I will do, sorry, or did it go back so far? There's a link at the bottom. You will get access to the deck, but this link here brings you to the government site where they also help to define that, right? They are looking for from a government standpoint, they're looking at, and think about these things. These are some of the big movers, right? You're talking about construction, civil engineering, all of these things, manufacturing, so really some of, as I was saying, some of the initiatives that's happening or what the government is continuing to seek for is disruptive things for these industries, right? So things to consider in that way. And then this is our apply now button. I'm just gonna open the window. So it will bring you to the page, just giving you some information here. All of the information that you need to know about the program. Once you click begin registration, and I think, let me see. You go through, if you've not been a student of Sheridan College before, you go through this process. It is very detailed, but just gathering all of your information. And I believe and I will confirm, I was hoping to be able to see it, but the cost of the program is $297 plus tax. And I will.
You think the ACBN landing page?
Yeah, let me see.
And I put it in the chat for you as well.
Yeah, so all of the information is here about the program as well. Register. Yeah, we don't have an FAQ about the cost. But yeah, so I do believe that the program is $297. I will confirm and I will send that information out to everyone. But yes, let me see. Let me see here. I wonder if it. Yeah, so I don't have the exact number for you, and I do apologize about that. I thought it would be on this page, but I will circle back and share that information with you all.
Yeah, 'cause I think it's supposed to be on this page that you're looking at. So we'll check with them to include it. But yeah, it's either 230 or 297. But that's where, if the cost for the program is the only barrier, do let us know, and then we'll let you know about the scholarship option and if that's a fit for you.
Yeah, so if you do have any, you want to take a screenshot of the, as I said, you will get this deck as well, so you can come to this directly. You can contact us in info@ACBN Canada. You can go directly to the page and give some information there. And that is it for the deck. So I'll pause and stop sharing for a second and see if there's any additional questions. Crystal, I see your hand is up. Is that from before?
Yes, yes. No. My hand is actually up. Sorry. Yes. So here's what I'm trying to figure out about Cleantech being a good fit for me. Right now I'm at the guys, come on for a second. Right now I'm at the farmers market and catering stage of my business. I see it being bigger, growing. Few stores want me my products in their store. I sold out at Veggie Fest Sarnia in July. And that was a big milestone for my business, because more business owners were like, okay, we want you in our store, because that's what my farmers market customers are requesting. Nice. But I see different avenues for myself. I see me own an establishment, whether it's a commercial kitchen or my own storefront. I see two things happening that I don't really see in the restaurant industry. I see myself being a takeout, because I've been watching the market to see there's DoorDash, there's Uber. I mean, people aren't stepping inside anymore, unless it's an occasion where they're out for dinner with family or friends or a banquet. You know what I mean? But the person who wants their food, they're not coming inside your
in between is going away.
Yeah, people are ordering it, it's going their way. So I want my storefront to be a takeout, and the back of it to be a commercial kitchen that essentially sends out products to stores. I did meet with Venture Park Labs earlier this year, and they said I'm still at the local stores because of my revenue. That's what I'm capable of doing at this time. Local stores, in terms of scale. I haven't scaled up yet, but what I'm getting at is that I've seen from Odd Burger, the vegan fast food place, and different vegan places that are good. They're really, for me, it's time to step into their facility. It's like a psychologist or someone who worked with them for it to be clean. You're not touching doorknobs anymore. You're waving your hand. The garbage and stuff, I don't know how they're taken out, but it's like a lot of people the cleanliness of a facility matters. Your packaging and how the environment is affected, or your carbon footprint, everything matters. And so I've seen where big franchises like Odd Burger and Copper Branch, on the other hand, they come in, but they have their head office and they have their people. It's just me and my family turned into a family-owned business, as is my mom's homemade recipes from my home to yours. There is a product at Costco. It's called and they're at Winners. I think it's called oat hunky chunks or chunky hunks or something.
Okay.
Chunky hunk of anyways, it's a family business that they're in Costco and Winners, different places. It's like little vegan oat bite-sized some oat bar, bite-size. And it's a family-grown business. They say from their home kitchen to yours. But again, I don't know who helped them with it, but it's all about clean tech. The packaging is recyclable, and I mean good for the environment. So I know just hearing clean tech, I'm not too sure exactly what it all means yet. But I know that's along of the lines where I want to build up my business.
Yeah, and that's where being able to walk through each of those processes is that's the essence of what we do with Sheridan and Edge. Is now you have these ideas for how you want the business to look at the end. It's now you need to build the foundation. So this is one of the best first steps to building out the foundation for everything that's in your head to get it onto paper, work with your instructor to make sure that it makes sense. You're doing your market research. This helps you outline a lot of that. But yeah, Chris Beth, I was curious your thoughts.
Yeah, and I mean, each of you are in different industries and unique things, right? And so looking at how your brand gets positioned as to be able to capture some of that clean tech initiative, I think there are opportunities, right? As you talk about from the facility to, looking at, you could have a zero waste facility, something that added that unique element to it. But the main reason, I think pointing back to what Ryan's saying is, yes, there are so many different ways that you can go and navigate. The objective with this program for especially someone like yourself is to get clarity about the next best step, right? You have something that's running. Obviously, what I'm hearing, some of it is figuring out ways internally, externally to grow sales and, that market reach and all of those things. While we are here, so it's while continuing to build a strong, innovative brand, because you don't just want to be the next, we make vegan stuff, buy. No, we're actually being innovative in this space, leveraging the clean tech industry. So that's where I would say this program will be a good fit if those are the questions that you're trying to get solved for, right?
Because if I don't know if you've seen the veganism vegetarian movement right now, everyone's in it. Most people, even stores that even some candy chains that were just making candy, now they have a plant-based version of their candy. You know what I mean? Like it's so me stepping into this market is not just it's my competitors that I'm stepping in with. I've seen here in Windsor, I've seen a local vegan restaurant close, while Odd Burger and Copper Branch came from Toronto and they opened. You know what I mean? Like what happened? The vegan people didn't go anywhere, but these people came in. They're cleaner, more environmental friendly. Their packaging, everything was better than them. Same prices, but the local store closed. The local homegrown, where everyone knows, they closed, and these big franchises stepped in and they're flourishing. Right? What happened? People are still buying vegan. They just left that local store to buy from the franchises. And I've been in their facilities. I've been on their websites. They have their what they stand for, how it's good for the environment, and it goes. You know what I mean? Like the people can buy vegan. I mean, tons of vegans restaurants open up, but which one are they going to support? Who are you?
And
what's your ecological footprint? Like, what are you doing for the world? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In essence, there's many many competitions, right? Smart Sweets.
Yeah.
Smart Sweets.
So sorry, one of the things and just to give other people a chance to comment on, ask questions as well, but one of the things that I would say, what it sounds like you're doing, and it is something that we emphasize, is that finger on the pulse. What is happening in your industry, right? Understanding your competitor, whether direct, indirect. Vegans, they do their stuff themselves as well. So there's a DIY kind of collective that you have to be mindful of. But part of the unique thing about being connected in this program, I would just say, is that you are connected to Sheridan College, which is also a research institution, right? So they have the ability to get you the research that you need so that you're able to make better decisions in your business, right? So this is something that I would just share with you in that way. And I know you could share and continue to share just to give an opportunity for others if there's any additional questions, Crystal. But yeah, the vegan industry, definitely, it's not a one and done. And with all our industries, and that's why I'm saying, what innovations are happening in your industry? And so if you're seeing your competitors, all of us have competition, right? But the objective is, how are we reaching our market in a way that they are like, wow, they're enticed, they want more of what we're offering, right? And that's part of the marketing ploy, right? And I think with any brand, you said the mom and pop one closed down, the local one closed down, franchise came in. And it sounds like you're doing it. What is their messaging? What is their appeal? They're telling a full story. They're getting, people engaged, enticed. They're leveraging customer testimonials. They're telling, coming back to the storytelling, impactful stories, right? We are not just saying we're making a difference, we're showing you how we're making the difference as well. So it is a whole, and that's like marketing altogether, right? But it is a holistic approach to getting market penetration, which is what we all want in our businesses. So I know Ryan commented in the chat for that one question. Were there any other questions that folks had? Feel free to put it in the chat or yeah, put it in the chat or unmute. Just raise your hand, unmute. We're here to have a discussion.
I had a question with regards to the Ontario Cleantech Industry Association. So in terms of affiliation or what they offer, are you connected with that organization at all, or is this program connected to that organization?
No, not directly.
Yeah. I was going to say not directly, but guest speakers or venture capitalists that come into the program are, and they will be able to speak more to those elements.
Thanks.
Yeah, so we have, as part of the makeup of the program, we are bringing in subject matter experts into the classroom with you so that you have those opportunities to tap into what is happening and being able to leverage insights and opportunities that way as well.
I guess my interest more was around, the education and I guess STEM in terms of understanding how you would actually support education about this industry with, maybe high school students or middle school students.
Yeah, so what I would say, and just how the program is designed, as I was sharing earlier, it is very entrepreneurial focused, right? So the program, let's say, is a STEM program, STEM view, STEM awareness in that way, geared specifically, we're talking about innovation with environmental positive impacts, social impacts in that way as it relates to the environment. But it's not the educational pieces, if I could say it like this, is one, yes, to get a deeper understanding about the clean tech industry, and two, it is that entrepreneurial focus. So really looking at your business model to then say, hey, I know the problem I'm solving for. I know the solution I'm bringing to market. I know the customer who's willing to pay for me to bring this solution to market. I know, the market. I know how to market and sell to that customer. I know how the business is going to operate, right? And looking at the cost and the revenue to build the I was gonna say empire or the establishment that you're working towards in that way, right? So for youth specific, I don't think there is limit. I think, what is the age for enrollment at Sheridan, Ryan? I don't know.
No. I
what the-
wasn't really focusing on the program itself for some youth to go to this program. I'm
Okay.
just saying from the program, the things that are you would be learning, how do you, the opportunity to bring this, I mean, you're saying the percentage of individuals who even know what Cleantech is, and as you can see, there are individuals here who are still wondering what is Cleantech.
Mm-hmm.
It's an industry, and the level of, I guess, my understanding, it's been on the rise for a while. Like, I mean, it's not new, but to understand the Black community and understanding the percentage that you gave here, individuals who are involved, sometimes it just seems that it takes a long time to get the word as to what this is. I'm saying when you're talking STEM, there's all kinds of conversations around STEM. Within the school system, there's also aspects of innovation. Like, is it something innovative that somehow, is there an opportunity to take it to another space? That's all I'm saying. In terms of what Cleantech is.
Okay, so to take this.
I think I have my own answer.
program-
It's okay. You don't have to.
no,
I think what
no,
I'm saying is what I would like to do is
Right.
take this to another space.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
whatever I'm going to learn in this program, I think it's, you have the trades, the trades. I
The
mean, there's a lot.
transferable skills. Yeah.
Pardon me?
We need to graduate more people in Cleantech so that.
Well, this is what I'm saying. So I see where within the school system, individuals come in to talk about the trade. So I'm just saying, I think I have my own thoughts as to what could be available, that when that happens in schools all over, whether the province or whether just the region, Cleantech should be somewhere on the table. That's all I'm saying. But it's okay. I've answered my own question.
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah, we definitely love and second that as well. I know ACBN, we've gone into schools talking about entrepreneurship, talking about innovation, talking about clean tech at all levels. So elementary and high school, post-secondary as well. And with ACBN specific, the focus is looking at reaching Black youth, right? When we do our work with youth in that way. But the beauty about this program, I would say, is whatever is learned is transferable, right? Whether it's you taking what the learnings and applying it to an existing business, applying it to another business. What we have seen is people come in with an idea and leave with another, right? Just based on the learnings, realizing the fit for the program. But the beauty about how the program is structured, whether it's you taking the learnings and sharing it with others, is a win. Whether you take it and apply it to other businesses is a win as well. And whatever comes out of this, I think the strength is that you're still connected to the establishment that can help you navigate what's next for you on your journey. Yeah. Anyone else?
And my apologies, I did have to take the kiddos out to an appointment. So
hey, no worries.
Really appreciate everyone being present, and yeah, looking forward to getting you the info, seeing who's interested, and supporting you in getting into this certification course.
Yes, and definitely we'll follow up with the cost of it. You will get access to the recording, the deck as well, and looking at potentially getting a call from myself or someone from the ACDN team, just saying hi, seeing if there was any clarification or questions that you may have. And as Ryan said, we are figuring out, the scholarships opportunities that does exist. So we look forward to having some one-on-ones, seeing you in the classroom. Myself and Ryan typically Ryan participated more than I did, but I definitely try to show up to the in-person sessions to be just as an additional resource and support for folks as they are going forward as well. So thank you to everyone that showed up here tonight. And for those of you that will be tuning in online, we appreciate your feedback and look forward to connecting with you all.
And one last question before we go. So what is the time for the course? Like,
it is on Wednesday evening, September 18th, I believe is the first night, and I can confirm, and it's 6 to 9.
All right, thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Anything else? Awesome. Folks, thank you so much, and I hope you have a good night.